Hey everyone, 1 second. I think it is 1 minute. All right, are we good? Do we have any background noise? I think we're good. Okay. All right. Hey everyone, welcome to our event tonight. I am Natalie Dolan and I'm here with Sabrina Diaz. We are just excited to share with you guys about what Plexus really is, why we're doing this, what our stories are, what it would take for you to be successful doing this too. And we just want to kind of clear things up a little bit and just show you guys and share with you guys what this is and if it would be a good fit for you too. So I'll start off just by sharing a little bit about my story, and Sabrina will share a little bit about her so you know who we are, and then we'll jump into the meat and potatoes of what we want to talk about. So like I said, I'm Natalie Dolan. I am a military wife. I have 3 boys. We live in Key West, Florida, where we're stationed right now. And I started sharing Plexus 6 years ago, over 6 years ago, closer to 6.5 years ago, after I had my 3rd son. And I started taking the products, and the products completely changed my health. I mean, my quality of life went up so much, and it became this thing where I was like, wow, I can't not share this with people. I can't know something is amazing and really works and not share that with people. That is just so important to me. So I decided to start sharing, and found myself kind of with an accidental business. I decided no matter what I was going to do, I was going to go in it with I was going to do it with excellence. I wasn't going to go halfway. I was going to give it my best, go all in, and do the job professionally. And I think that's a really big key to success on our team. We're not looking for amateurs or dabblers. We're looking for people who want to give this industry a good name. We're looking for people who want to take it seriously, who want to really take care of people, who really want to help other people's lives become better. And so that was my mentality going into it. But we were at a place for sure where we were struggling financially. We were definitely living paycheck to paycheck. There was more month left at the month than there was money. And we were on WIC, and I didn't want to be on WIC. We had been on WIC for years, and I was personally tired of it. And I just knew like there had to be more. I felt like there were gifts and talents inside of me that were very underutilized. Not that being a mom wasn't and isn't my greatest calling, because I love being a mom and that's my, number one. My family is number one. But I knew that I could do both, that I could influence my family, that I could, build and protect and cherish my family, but also make a bigger contribution. And so I wanted to get us off of WIC. And that is what I did. I got my products paid for, and I got my family off of WIC within the first couple months, because so many people need exactly what we have. And so I got us off of WIC, and it turned into this thing where suddenly we weren't living paycheck to paycheck. And suddenly it was an extra $500 a month, which was huge for us. We could go out to dinner. We could have little treats. We could have, I remember just crying one year before I started Plexus because we couldn't afford to have a birthday party for one of our sons. And it broke my heart. And so we started having birthdays, and we started, even for me, I didn't have to put myself last anymore. I could afford to buy myself a little shirt at Target. I could afford to go get my nails done. And that was special for me, and then that turned into an extra $1,000 a month, $2,000, $3,000. And then suddenly I'm like, oh my gosh, I have a full-time income from my phone helping people get healthy. And I started traveling with the company and earning incentives, and it was really a lot of fun. And the community was really, really special. And I was like, I feel like I stumbled upon a life hack or something, because this was so just such a gift, and that, 3,000 turned into 5,000 a month, turned into more, turned into 5 figures a month. And I never, ever anticipated making that kind of money. And really what that means for my family, it is vacations. It is more saving for my family, and setting my family up, and setting my grandchildren up, and really being able to give, being in a position where I can give. If somebody needs my help, I can give more than I used to make at some of my other jobs. And that's amazing. And that is a big part of why, I think we as women shouldn't be afraid of making more money, or the idea that it's greedy to make money or whatever. No, like, the more money that we have, the more options we have, and the more ability we have to say yes, and the more we can bless other people too. And that is something that makes us productive members of society. And so, really, it's just been a blessing of a lifetime. And that's why we come on these Zooms and we share unapologetically, because we know what this can be for anyone. So that's my intro. I get passionate.
Follow. So I can relate to a lot of what Natalie was saying. I am a military wife as well. I am a mom of 3. I have identical twin boys and a little girl. My story shifts a little bit. I had 2 college degrees. I had 2 certifications in personal training and in nutrition. And I became a full-time military wife and mom. And I found myself staying home. I wanted to be able to be home with my kids. I did not want to put my kids in daycare. I did not want them coming home from school to an empty house. So I knew my calling was to be a mom first and financially stable later. And that's what we did for a while. But what happened with me is I've always had stress and anxiety, but it kind of overtook me after a while. Staying home and not really having the community that I wanted, not having family near me, kind of seeing the 4 walls of my house every day with 2 very little twins was kind of making me feel like unstable. And my husband was gone a lot, deployed all the time, or TDY, which simply just means he's not anywhere near my house or anywhere near me and my children. So I just knew at that time that I wanted to just be home with my kids. And I just did not feel even healthy enough to go out looking outside of the house. So did we have the necessities covered? Yeah, we had the necessities, but you have to think, like, you want more. You want your kids to see you thriving. You want to be able to pick those items off of that Christmas list that they just really, they write down wishful thinking, but they're quite sure they're not going to get it. You want to surprise them on Christmas morning with that little bit, with that extra gift. I wanted to splurge on holiday vacations or just family vacations. Being military, again, our vacations each year it was great, but it was just going home to see family. We weren't going to like water parks. We weren't going to Disney. We couldn't afford it. We couldn't afford even the gas to get there, let alone the tickets that it would cost to go to these places. So I just knew very early on that I wanted more for my family. I wanted to be able to give back. And, while praying and my friends reaching out to me, and they knew where I was, I've been blessed. I started this business. I started the products actually just looking for wellness, not even looking for a job at all. And the blessings just kept coming. So not only did I come into this as a skeptic, I started to feel great again. I started to be able to go out into the world, started to make the friends that I wanted to, started to be able to go to church again, and wanting to live again. And I thought, okay, how could, again, like Natalie was saying, how could I not share this with somebody who is possibly in the same boat as I am, thinking that, they're just going to be at the bare necessities all their life and not be able to have a little bit more. And that's what drove me to share it a little bit and then a little bit more. And again, that 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 a month. I mean, it was just electrifying for us as a family, and the healthier food options we were able to have and the extracurricular activities. I could be at the soccer field with my kids when they played, and I could take video and post it on social media. So my family who live several states away, they can be involved in my kids' lives, all by making a steady, stable financial income. It was simply mind-blowing, and it has just changed everything for our family.
Seriously. It really, and just seeing what, deciding to be professional, deciding to take it seriously and treat it like a job. It makes a huge difference. There's so many people who will come into this industry, let's just address the elephant in the room. They'll come into this industry and think it's a lottery ticket, or just dabble, or be, just throw posts up, and, they don't do it right. But on our team, we teach people how to do this in a classy way that works, that's effective, that is professional, that's people first. And so, that kind of leads me into, our first point, which is why Plexus? Why not something else? And so when I started doing this, I started to connect these dots in my head that Plexus products were for the masses, for the young and the old, men and women. They're consumable monthly products that people need monthly for quality of life. It's something that I could lay my head down at night and feel good, seeing people getting health results. The products are best in class. They're top-notch ingredients, high quality, very clean, that you can take to PubMed.com and look it all up. And I know that what you are going to find is going to be very impressive. We have had scientists on our team go and dissect every ingredient and come back on fire, so sold with what we have to offer. And the price point for it, for what we're offering, and the price point is so affordable. So our products are second to none. They work. That's science. They work. They address the root level causes to almost all health concerns and diseases, which is blood sugar balance, gut health, inflammation, nutrient deficiencies. And they improve quality of life. It's great. So there's that. And also our company, our company, Plexus, has been around for 13 years. We're in the top fastest growing direct sales companies in the world. I think we're like top 30. And it's just a high integrity company. We're debt free. We're backed by Morgan Stanley. We're just a company that is always cutting edge. We are always one step ahead. We see something coming. Like, we were a gut health company before gut health was a trend. Okay. We were talking about immune system before immune system was huge. And you guys, since 2020, our country has become so much more educated about the importance of health, gut health, immune system, preventative health over prescription. Our country has become awakened to it. Okay. Not only that, our country has become awakened to the need for more financial stability, which, I'll let Sabrina go into that. But also our team in this company is one of the most successful, fastest growing teams in the company. What we have is tons of support, incredible systems that work, incredible training, and incredible community. Our culture is very life-giving, very welcoming, very, we don't have drama. It is a beautiful community of women. And to hear that, a community of women that's life-giving, I mean, we love each other. We are cheering each other on. And you don't want to join just any team. You want to consider the team that you join. And our team is it's an incredible team. So that is my part. Sabrina.
Oh man, I have got to agree. Plexus is number one. I am one of those who actually looked up every ingredient, and I can tell you wholeheartedly from the bottom of my soul, we have spot on products. We have what we need. But I want to go into why now. And it's not a secret where we are right now, right? Like everything, all these prices are skyrocketing with the economy, with the inflation. Have you tried to buy a house lately? Those interest prices are out of control. I mean, simple things, necessity, not even like the necessities, clothing, gas, like you name it, food is out of control. Like, why now would we not want a second form of some kind of income? So what does this look like? We start overcompensating, right? So now these prices are going up. So what do we start doing? We start to scramble. You stay where you're at, and now you're putting in extra hours. So now you're not only working 9 to 5, now you're working 8 to 7. Right. So now your whole day, all that daylight is gone. So you're working extended hours. You start to miss holidays. You start to get that extra holiday pay. So you're taking it. You're missing birthdays now. You're missing your kids' events. You're missing school concerts. That's what's happening. And what does that do on top of all this that we're missing? It starts to build stress. And stress is one of the top things that are going to break down your body the quickest. And I can't stress that enough. It will break you down. So exactly what does this look like? It's not a 9 to 5. Why now? This is not a 9 to 5. You get to choose the hours that you want to work. You can fit this into the gaps. You can be sitting next to your kids and working from your phone. You can be on your next vacation and be working from your phone and contributing to the vacation right there. And I want to just give you a couple like statistics and facts, because that's how I look at things. I like to know the hard truth. I like to know where we're at. So if you look at the NFL, and this is off of 2021, and it has gone up from there, but 2021, the NFL is a $17.9 billion industry. Then you have the music industry, which is 25.9. And then you have network marketing. Drum roll, please. It is 42.7 billion. There is no mistake that we're here right now. And this company, this business, this industry is the place to be right now.
Yeah, we're doing nothing. The industry itself is doing nothing but grow. Not to mention when you look at other companies, there's so many like fly by night companies or things that are not life changing or are more like one-time sales or things like that. But Plexus is, it's not going anywhere. Okay. And our compensation plan is second to none. Plexus is actually very unique in that they didn't follow one of the typical types of plans. They created their own compensation plan to give back generously. They give back 50% of all profit back to the brand ambassadors. And they look for ways to give us extra money. We get paid very generously. And it's something you make real money with if you decide to just do it the right way. So I love that. What I want to talk to you about is you're like, okay, all of that's cool, but can I do this? Can this work for me? And I want to share with you how it can work for you. Like I've said before, you need to be successful doing this. You need to have a willingness to work. This is a job. This is not, we don't even want you to think this is easy. It's not an easy lottery ticket. It's something that you take seriously and you learn the skills, and it's simple skills, but you learn them and you repeat them over time. And a lot of it is what is going on inside of your head. We have limiting beliefs and things that you have to work through. So it's a willingness to work, to dedicate some time. Whether you work it into the nooks and crannies, you can work it part-time totally, but not sometimes. A little bit each day goes a long way. It will put you on that slight edge trajectory up. Okay. So it's a willingness to work. It's a willingness to learn the skills, just like any job. If you showed up to be a cashier at the grocery store, you would have to learn what aisles the food was on. You would have to learn how to work the register. You would have to learn how to clock in. Just like that, a willingness to learn is the same thing that you'll apply here. And then a willingness to get outside of your comfort zone. I had to get over the fear of, oh, if I post something online, what will people think? That letting that go has been probably one of the most liberating things about this job in general, and no longer live under the fear of other people's opinions of me. Because guess what? Nobody else is paying my paycheck. And if somebody misunderstands what I've chosen to do as a career, that doesn't matter either, because they're still not paying my bills. They're still not living my life. They still don't have the time freedom that I have, and the financial freedom and the community and the travel and the fun that I have. And so those who are willing to have an open mind and look into it will get it. And that's enough for me. And so that with integrity, if you have integrity, if you're a good person, people will trust you. And that's really all it takes to be successful. And maybe some coachability. Have humility to listen to the person who brought you on and let them guide you. Take their advice, trust that. So yeah.
So to quickly, you're probably asking yourself now, so what does this actually look like? Like, what am I supposed to do? And simply, it is just, you get to share something that you love with somebody else. You get to share something that means something to you and could change somebody else's life with them. And I want you to keep that in mind. That's all we're doing. There's no inventory. There's no hidden tricks to this. You simply get to share what you love. You get to talk to people. We get to interact and talk to people. You get to find a solution for somebody, and you get to offer them some kind of hope. But also, you get to do this with the person that has brought you here. So in this business, you're never going to be alone. And that's something that brought me incredible comfort. For some reason, I have fears of being alone, fears of not doing things right. And the fact that I knew the person that I trusted was going to be with me alongside me the whole way, that brought me great comfort. And I knew that I had all of the abilities that she had for myself, and I was going to be successful. But it doesn't end there. You also get a strong, stable team of like-minded people who are self-driven and inspired, the same wavelength like you. You get to be with these people. You get to travel with these people, but all by just simply sharing something that you love. So like Natalie was saying, it's not a lottery ticket. It is something that you're going to have to put time into, but I can guarantee you it will change your family, yours and your family's financial freedom for the rest of your lives.
Yeah. It's pretty simple. Being able to post on social media, typically making a post, putting something, talking about your story. It's talking about your story and talking about other people's stories, and learning how to have conversations with people intentionally. And that's really what you do to move forward in the business, and following up, pretty much. So you guys, I don't think it's a coincidence that you're on this call. I think that you are here for a reason. And I think that that's something that you need to ask yourself. What if I am here on this call for a reason today in this season of my life? It's the holidays right now. Things are tight in our country and our economy and our inflation. I mean, holidays are upon us, and I know things are tighter for everyone in this country. And you need to make more money this year just to maintain the lifestyle that you had last year. And so what if this could be your solution? What if you decided to just go for it this month, and you brought on friends and you made a couple $1,000s? Because you can do that this month. That is doable. And what if you were able to to have more purpose? What if you were able to have more passion and feel better? And what if you were able to have a better community? Because this is an avenue for all of that and more. And so I just want you to ask yourself, what if this could bring my family even more freedom? What if this could fit into my life in a really doable way? Because all of those things are true if you let your mind go there and you don't let your brain stop you and give you all of these limitations of, I'm not this kind of person, I'm not that kind of person, I don't have these kind of resources, whatever. All of that can be solved. Everything is figure outable. And that's what I know from doing this for 6 years and helping a lot of people find success. So yeah, that is what I've got to say, Sabrina. You want to close this up?
That's it. I mean, just take the chance. You never know what this could do for you, and just think outside the box. That's basically all I got.
Awesome. Well, get with the person who invited you to this Zoom or this YouTube, Zoom into a YouTube, but get with them and share with them, your biggest takeaway, like what sparked something inside of you. What is something that kind of is holding you back a little bit? Share both of those things and have an honest conversation. I promise if they're on our team, they're not going to pressure you or hound you. We're open to having just a normal conversation with you to figure out if this is the right fit for you and your family and your future. So love you guys. Thank you for joining us and have a great night.